My name is Jack Morgan, and this is my confession. The city had that glassy, indifferent glow it wears when it's too tired to pretend it cares who you are. I wasn't supposed to be there. Men like me don't go out. We own places. We buy quiet corners and staff them with discretion. But that night I wanted noise, anonymity, and a drink that didn't come with boardroom conversations attached. My name is Jack Morgan. CEO, investor, headline, whatever label makes people comfortable. Most nights, I am a ghost dressed in a $1,000 suit, haunting conference tables and quarterly reports. Tonight, I just wanted to be a man no one recognized. The club pulsed with bass that could blur thought. Bodies moved like they had forgotten their bills, their bosses, their small disasters. I liked that, the illusion of freedom. I took a seat in the corner, loosened my tie, and let the darkness swallow the edges of who I was. She walked in laughing. Not the forced kind that people perform for attention, but real laughter, the kind that makes heads turn because it sounds like something rare. She was surrounded by friends, the kind of group energy that comes with new beginnings. I noticed the little details first, the way her hair caught the light, the easy confidence in her walk, the cheap wristband that marked her as part of some after-work celebration. She didn't belong in my world. Maybe that's why I couldn't stop watching her. At some point, she left her group and came to the bar beside me. "Celebrating or hiding?" she asked, ordering something bright and sugary. I looked at her. "Maybe both," she smiled. "Then we're in the same club." We talked. Not about work, not about names, just nonsense that felt better than truth. She told me she'd just landed a new job, that it finally felt like her life was starting to make sense. I told her I was between decisions, which was a lie but easier than saying I was between versions of myself. Her laughter softened into quiet. The music grew distant. There was something in the way she looked at me, curious but unafraid. I was used to admiration or calculation, never honesty. It disarmed me. When she touched my arm, it wasn't invitation, it was connection. A simple, human gesture that broke the glass around me. I didn't think, didn't plan. I just followed her out into the rain. The city blurred around us, taxis, streetlights, thunder on pavement. In the back of a cab, she leaned against me, warm and trembling with adrenaline. At my place, neither of us pretended it was romance. It was escape, a collision of two strangers trying to forget themselves for one night. She tasted like lime and salt. Her hair smelled like rain and cheap perfume. And for once, I wasn't performing. I wasn't powerful or untouchable. I was just a man who had forgotten how to feel and accidentally remembered. When dawn came, the light cut through the windows like judgment. She was already dressing, quiet and deliberate. "No names," she said, half smiling. "Let's leave it clean." I nodded. The door closed behind her, soft and final. For a long time, I stood there, listening to the silence she left behind. I told myself it was nothing. Just a night. Just a body. But some part of me already knew better. Because I couldn't remember the last time someone had looked at me like I was human, and I wasn't sure I could forget it now. The city never sleeps, but it does forget. By the time the sun burned the mist off the towers, last night already felt like something imagined, too vivid to be real, too fragile to have survived the daylight. Her perfume still lingered in the air of my penthouse. A soft trace of citrus and rain. It clung to the sheets, the hallway, my skin. I stood by the window, watching traffic crawl below, feeling like I had left something important in the dark. Her laughter. Her touch. Her complete lack of fear. I told myself it was nothing. I'd told myself that 100 times before. One-night stands are cleaner that way. No names, no attachments, no consequences. But this one had left fingerprints somewhere deeper than skin. And that, more than anything, irritated me. I showered, buried the evidence of her, pressed sheets, empty glass, stray earring that had fallen near the sofa. Then I put on the armor, black suit, silver cufflinks, silk tie, the uniform that reminded me who I was supposed to be. Jack Morgan. CO. Control in a tailored shell. The driver was waiting downstairs. I had a board meeting at 9 and a dozen people expecting orders. By the time I stepped into the marble lobby of Morgan Dynamics, my face was calm again. The mask fit perfectly. My assistant met me with a list of updates. Mergers. Quarterly numbers. A new team starting in the strategy department. Asterisk, asterisk, they're meeting with HR right now. Asterisk, asterisk, she said. Asterisk, asterisk, you'll give your usual welcome speech? Asterisk, asterisk, of course, asterisk, asterisk, I replied. Routine. Predictable. Safe. The elevator hummed upward, a box of silence and reflection. I told myself to forget her. She was a stranger. She belonged to the night. Nothing more. The conference room smelled of new paper and ambition. Faces turned when I entered, fresh recruits, eager to impress. I started the speech automatically. Efficiency, innovation, values. My voice filled the room without effort. Then I saw her. Third row. Second seat from the left. Her. The air left my lungs so fast it almost made a sound. She looked different under the bright corporate lights. Hairpin neatly, soft blouse instead of the glitter of last night. But it was her. The same eyes. The same small, calm smile that had undone me. For a heartbeat, the world went silent. My hand froze on the glass table. She met my gaze. Recognition flared, shock rippled across her face, then steadied into composure. She didn't look away. She didn't flinch. She just blinked once, like she was quietly rewriting every assumption she'd made about the man she'd slept with. I finished the speech without hearing a word of it. Applause broke, shallow and polite. I dismissed them, voice even, pulse anything but. When the room emptied, she lingered, pretending to adjust her folder. I waited until we were alone. Asterisk, asterisk, close the door. Asterisk, asterisk, I said. My voice sounded lower, rougher than I meant. She obeyed slowly. Silence stretched between us, electric and dangerous. Asterisk, asterisk, so, asterisk, asterisk, she said at last, her tone light but trembling at the edges. Asterisk, asterisk, that's quite a coincidence. Asterisk, asterisk, coincidence, asterisk, asterisk, I repeated, tasting the word like it might bite. Asterisk, asterisk, if it helps, I didn't know who you were, asterisk, asterisk, she said. Asterisk, asterisk, it doesn't. Something flickered in her eyes. Offense, maybe hurt. Asterisk, asterisk, good, asterisk, asterisk, she said finally. Asterisk, asterisk, then we can both pretend last night never happened. She turned to leave. Asterisk, asterisk, Maya. The name left my mouth before I realized I'd said it. She froze. Asterisk, asterisk, you remembered. Asterisk, asterisk, apparently. Her lips curved, not a smile, not quite. Asterisk, asterisk, then you'll remember that I meant what I said, clean and simple. No names, no past. Asterisk, asterisk, and now? I asked. Asterisk, asterisk, now, asterisk, asterisk, she said, opening the door without looking back. Asterisk, asterisk, I work for you, Mr. Morgan. Try not to make that a problem. The door clicked shut, and for the first time in years, I felt something I didn't recognize, panic. Not for the company, not for the empire. For myself. Because the one person I should never want again had just walked into my world, and there was no way to erase her now. The days that followed should have been routine. They never were again. I tried to treat her like any other employee, emails, reports, polite distance, but every time her name appeared on my screen, something shifted in me. Maya Rivera. The woman who'd walked out of my apartment before sunrise now sat 3 floors below me, undoing my concentration with every passing minute. The first meeting after that was hell. She entered the boardroom with quiet confidence, carrying a tablet and a look that said she wasn't afraid of me, not as a man, not as a CEO. She wore a navy dress that could have been designed for war, modest, sharp, precise. I gave instructions to the team, avoiding her eyes. She took notes, occasionally glancing up, her expression unreadable. The others deferred to me as always, but she pushed back. When one of the analysts proposed a marketing strategy that was little more than recycled jargon, Maya spoke up. Asterisk, asterisk, with respect, that model's obsolete, asterisk, asterisk, she said. Asterisk, asterisk, consumer behavior doesn't follow linear patterns anymore. The data's outdated. The room went still. No one corrected me in my own meetings. I turned toward her. Asterisk, asterisk, you have a better idea, Ms. Rivera? She met my gaze. Asterisk, asterisk, yes, sir. I do. Then she outlined it, clear, smart, daring. Better than what my team had spent weeks building. When she finished, silence stretched for a beat too long. Asterisk, asterisk, noted, asterisk, asterisk. I said finally, keeping my tone neutral. But inside, something hot and unfamiliar coiled in my chest. Admiration. And anger that I felt it. After the meeting, I caught her in the hallway. Asterisk, asterisk, you're new here, asterisk, asterisk, I said quietly. Asterisk, asterisk, next time, bring your suggestions to me before the meeting. I prefer alignment before public challenges. Her expression didn't change. Asterisk, asterisk, alignment or agreement. I stared at her. Asterisk, asterisk, excuse me? Asterisk, asterisk, because those aren't the same thing, Mr. Morgan. She smiled slightly, polite but unafraid. Asterisk, asterisk, and I wasn't challenging you. I was doing my job. She walked away before I could reply. That night, I stayed in the office long after everyone left. Her words looped in my head, irritating and intoxicating. No one talked to me like that, not since before the empire, before the money made everyone careful. I poured myself a drink and looked out over the city, thinking of her voice, her nerve. I told myself it was professional curiosity. It wasn't. The following week, we worked late on a major account proposal. The others left by 8. She stayed. Numbers blurred into conversation, and conversation into silence. Her hair fell loose from its knot as she leaned over the table, frowning at a chart. I should have looked away. I didn't. Asterisk, asterisk, you always stay this late? I asked. She didn't glance up. Asterisk, asterisk, only when I care about what I'm doing. Asterisk, asterisk, and you care about this company that much already? Asterisk, asterisk, no, asterisk, asterisk, she said softly. Asterisk, asterisk, I care about doing things right. That's rarer than loyalty these days. I studied her, realizing she wasn't flirting, wasn't performing. She meant it. When the clock hit midnight, I closed my laptop. Asterisk, asterisk, that's enough for tonight. I'll have the driver take you home. She shook her head. Asterisk, asterisk, I'll take the train. Asterisk, asterisk, it's late. Asterisk, asterisk, so is trust. Asterisk, asterisk, she said quietly. Asterisk, asterisk, good night, Mr. Morgan. The elevator doors closed between us. I stood there, hands in pockets, pulse unsteady. Something was changing, fast and dangerous. I had spent years building walls so high no one could reach me, and she had found a door I didn't know existed. By morning, I convinced myself to shut it, to keep distance. But when her report landed on my desk, I read every line twice, searching for the trace of her voice. I should have been afraid of scandal. Instead, I was afraid of wanting her again. Because if I crossed that line a second time, I knew I wouldn't stop. There's a rule in my world: never mix heat with hierarchy. The moment emotion enters a boardroom, control leaves it. But Maya made that rule impossible to keep. Weeks passed, and our rhythm became something sharp and dangerous. We worked side by side on the firm's biggest account. Long nights filled with caffeine, arguments, and silences that felt like confessions. She never tried to charm me, never flinched under pressure. That was what made her impossible to ignore. One night, the office was empty except for the two of us. Rain hit the windows hard enough to blur the skyline. She stood at the glass wall, arms crossed, watching the storm. Asterisk, asterisk, it's strange, asterisk, asterisk, she said. Asterisk, asterisk, from up here, the city looks peaceful. Down there, it's chaos. Asterisk, asterisk, that's the trick of height, asterisk, asterisk, I replied. Asterisk, asterisk, you mistake distance for calm. She turned. Asterisk, asterisk, you sound like someone who learned that the hard way. I almost smiled. Asterisk, asterisk, I've learned a lot of things the hard way. Asterisk, asterisk, like what? Asterisk, asterisk, that people always want something. Asterisk, asterisk, maybe they do. Asterisk, asterisk, she said. Asterisk, asterisk, but that doesn't mean it's always money. Her eyes held mine too long. Lightning flashed behind her, and for a second, she looked like something carved out of light and will. I took a step toward her before I realized I had moved. Asterisk, asterisk, Maya. Asterisk, asterisk. Asterisk, asterisk, don't. Asterisk, asterisk, she whispered. Asterisk, asterisk, we can't. Asterisk, asterisk, you think I care about rules right now? She shook her head. Asterisk, asterisk, you care about control. This, asterisk, asterisk. She gestured between us, voice trembling. Asterisk, asterisk, you can't control it. That's why it scares you. She was right. Every word. And that only made me want her more. I reached for her hand. She didn't pull away. The space between us disappeared, and when my lips touched hers, it was like every lie I'd told myself collapsed at once. There was no boardroom, no company, no consequence, just the sound of rain and two people trying to forget who they were. Then she broke the kiss, breathing fast. Asterisk, asterisk, this is a mistake. Asterisk, asterisk, she said, voice shaking. Asterisk, asterisk, you're my boss. You'll regret this. Asterisk, asterisk, you think I don't already? Her eyes softened. Asterisk, asterisk, then prove it. Stop now. She left before I could answer, the elevator swallowing her reflection. The next morning, she was all professionalism again, no hesitation, no trace of what had happened. Her reports were flawless, her tone distant. It should have relieved me. Instead, it felt like punishment. Rumors started soon after. Whispers in hallways. People noticing how often I called her to meetings, how her name appeared on every major project. I heard them and said nothing. Silence was safer. Then one afternoon, my head of PR walked in with a careful look. Asterisk, asterisk, Jack, asterisk, asterisk, she said. Asterisk, asterisk, there's talk going around. You and Rivera. Should I handle it? Asterisk, asterisk, there's nothing to handle. Asterisk, asterisk. I lied. But there was. There was the way she avoided my gaze now, the way my chest tightened every time she spoke in meetings, as if we hadn't crossed the line we both swore to avoid. That night, I stayed late again. Her office light was still on. Through the glass, I saw her packing up, her expression unreadable. When she noticed me watching, she hesitated, then turned off the lamp and disappeared down the corridor. I stood there for a long time, alone in the reflection of my empire, realizing the truth. I could command an army of shareholders, move markets with a sentence, but I couldn't move her heart an inch without breaking something inside both of us. And for the first time, power felt like the smallest thing I owned. Rumors are currency in my world, and once they start trading, no one can buy them back. It began with glances, the kind people exchange when they think you don't notice. Then came the whispers, drifting through hallways like smoke. She's the boss's favorite. No one climbs that fast without help. He's finally human, apparently. Every word found its way to me, but I said nothing. Control is a kind of silence. So is cowardice. Maya tried to pretend she didn't hear them. But I saw the tension in her shoulders, the way she started eating lunch at her desk instead of with the team. She stopped making jokes. She stopped looking me in the eye. One morning, she arrived early, long before anyone else. I found her in the conference room, flipping through reports like the paper might shield her. Asterisk, asterisk, you're here before sunrise. Asterisk, asterisk, I said from the doorway. She didn't look up. Asterisk, asterisk, hard to sleep when people think you've slept your way to the top. The bluntness hit like a slap. Asterisk, asterisk, you know that's not true. Asterisk, asterisk, do I? Because you haven't said it isn't. Not once. Asterisk, asterisk, if I address it, it becomes real. Asterisk, asterisk, I said quietly. Asterisk, asterisk, let it die. Asterisk, asterisk, easy for you. You're untouchable. I'm not. There was a tremor in her voice she tried to hide. I took a step closer, but she turned away. Asterisk, asterisk, don't, Jack. If you care about me at all, stay out of it. She left, and I let her. Another mistake to file under. Strategic decisions. Days later, the storm hit. Confidential documents leaked from her department, client data, internal reports. Someone accused Maya of mishandling information. The evidence was circumstantial, but in a world built on trust and perception, that was enough. HR called an emergency review. My board demanded answers. I knew she hadn't done it. She was too precise, too principled. But the timing was fatal. Defending her would mean confessing everything. During the meeting, the head of compliance slid the file across the table. Asterisk, asterisk, the breach originated from Ms. Rivera's login. I kept my expression unreadable. Asterisk, asterisk, investigate quietly. No statements. Maya sat across from me, pale but composed. Asterisk, asterisk, you think I did this, don't you? Asterisk, asterisk, I didn't say that. Asterisk, asterisk, you didn't have to. Her eyes searched mine, looking for something, faith, loyalty, anything. I couldn't give it. Not there, not in front of witnesses. After the session, she stopped by my office. Asterisk, asterisk, I thought you were different. Asterisk, asterisk, she said. Asterisk, asterisk, different from what? Asterisk, asterisk, from them. From every man who hides behind power and lets the world eat the truth because it's convenient. I tried to speak, but she raised a hand. Asterisk, asterisk, don't. Whatever excuse you're about to make, it won't fix this. Her resignation letter arrived the next morning. One sentence long. Asterisk, I refuse to work where silence has more value than integrity. Asterisk. She didn't pack a box. Didn't say goodbye. Just walked out through the glass doors, head high, like someone escaping a burning building while everyone else called it weather. I watched from my office window, unable to move. The board congratulated me later for handling the scandal discreetly. Investors called it leadership. I called it failure. That night, I poured whiskey I couldn't taste and stared at the city she'd loved from the 27th floor. Her desk light was off now, her chair empty, the air thinner. Somewhere between loyalty and pride, I had chosen the wrong side. And in the echo of that decision, I realized I'd just lost the only person who'd ever dared to tell me the truth. The office had never been quieter. Her absence was a noise all its own, constant, low, unbearable. The chair across from my desk stayed empty, her name removed from the project reports, her inbox reassigned. Efficiency, they called it. I called it erasure. A month passed. The investigation closed. Official statement. Asterisk, no wrongdoing confirmed, but procedures will be reviewed. Asterisk translation. She was innocent, but not important enough to clear publicly. Convenient closure for everyone except me. I tried to move on. Meetings, calls, flights. Every time I walked into the building, I felt her ghost in the glass walls, her laughter echoing down corridors she no longer walked, her perfume clinging to the elevator long after the doors shut. One night, I stayed late again. It had become a habit since she left. Work was easier than memory. The rain was back, tapping against the window like it wanted in. I poured another drink, staring at the city she'd once said looked peaceful from above. Peaceful, I muttered. Liar! That was when my phone buzzed. A message from a number I didn't recognize. Asterisk, you should know the truth before you choke on your own silence. Asterisk. Attached was a file, internal correspondence from one of my executives. My pulse stumbled as I read. The leak that had ruined Maya? Manufactured. Data planted under her login by one of the directors, a man named Howard Price, whose promotion she'd quietly blocked after catching him manipulating analytics. I felt the world tilt. She'd been right. I had let them destroy her to protect the company's illusion of order. I called security. Give me everything on Howard Price. Now! By morning, I had what I needed, emails, timestamps, enough proof to bury him and anyone who'd helped. But victory didn't feel like vindication. It felt like rot. The next day, I stood before the board. My voice was steady, my rage disguised as precision. The leak wasn't a mistake, I said. It was a setup. Rivera was innocent. The room froze. One director cleared his throat. Jack, that matter's been resolved. Not for me, I cut in. And not for her. Price tried to deny it until I dropped the printed emails in front of him. Line by line, betrayal unfolded. By the time I finished, he was swaying through his suit. When it was over, he was escorted out. The board applauded the swift action. I dismissed them all before someone called it leadership again. That night, I found her. Her address came from HR records I shouldn't have accessed. A small apartment in the old part of the city. Brick walls, narrow streets, the kind of place people choose when they want to start over quietly. I waited outside, rain pooling around my shoes, until the door opened. Maya froze when she saw me. No surprise, just exhaustion. Asterisk, asterisk, you shouldn't be here. Asterisk, asterisk, she said. Asterisk, asterisk, I know. But you need to hear this. She crossed her arms. Asterisk, asterisk, last time I needed to hear something, you stayed silent. Asterisk, asterisk, I made a mistake. Asterisk, asterisk, I said. Asterisk, asterisk, and I came to fix it. Asterisk, asterisk, you can't fix people like their projects, Jack. Asterisk, asterisk, Howard Price framed you. I found the evidence. He's gone. The board knows. Your name's clean. For a heartbeat, her face flickered, shock, disbelief, then something deeper. Asterisk, asterisk, you did that? Asterisk, asterisk, I should have done it sooner. She looked away. Asterisk, asterisk, you did it for yourself. Guilt's good motivation for men like you. I took a step closer. Asterisk, asterisk, maybe. But that doesn't change the truth. You were right. About everything. Her eyes met mine then, glassy with anger she refused to show. Asterisk, asterisk, do you know what it felt like Walking out while everyone whispered? Losing everything because you couldn't open your mouth? Asterisk, asterisk, yes. I do now. Silence stretched between us, full of rain and unfinished apologies. Asterisk, asterisk, what do you want from me? She asked finally. Asterisk, asterisk, nothing. Just to tell you I was wrong. And to give you your job back, if you'll take it. She laughed once, soft and sad. Asterisk, asterisk, you think I'd walk back into the cage you built? I'm finally breathing again. Asterisk, asterisk, then I'll tear down the cage. Asterisk, asterisk, don't. Asterisk, asterisk, she said, voice low. Asterisk, asterisk, you wouldn't know who you were without it. She closed the door before I could reply. For a long time, I stood there in the rain, the city flickering like a dying heart behind me. I'd built an empire to feel safe, and for the first time, I realized how empty safety really was. I didn't see her for weeks after that night. She vanished back into the city, leaving me with the echo of a door closing and the kind of silence that follows an explosion. I threw myself into work again, pretending the confession had been enough, that clearing her name made me decent. It didn't. Redemption without forgiveness is just another transaction. But the world has a taste for irony. The media caught the story before I could bury it. Asterisk, executive fired in data scandal. CEO confirms cover-up. Asterisk, it painted me as the hero who protected integrity. The board celebrated. The stock went up. I should have felt triumphant. Instead, every headline made me sick. Late one evening, I found myself driving without direction. The city lights blurred past like streaks of judgment until I ended up outside her building again. I didn't go in. I just sat there, engine off, rain on the windshield, wondering when I'd started measuring my life in the distance between us. The next morning, an envelope waited on my desk. No name, no return address. Inside, a photo, Maya standing at a community event, speaking to a group of young entrepreneurs. Below it, a note written in her unmistakable handwriting. Asterisk, you don't have to fix the world to be part of it. Start smaller. Asterisk. I don't know why, but that line broke something open in me. I skipped the next investor call and drove straight to the foundation wing of the company, an almost forgotten branch meant for charity optics. I spent the day there, buried in proposals, programs, statistics about small businesses struggling to survive. Her words wouldn't leave my head. By the end of the week, a new plan was born, a mentorship and funding program for women in leadership, built around the very ideas she'd once pitched in those late-night meetings I'd ignored. It felt right, and that scared me. When it launched, I sent her an email with the announcement. No message, just a link. I didn't expect an answer. She replied 2 days later. Asterisk, you finally listened. Maybe that's enough for now. Asterisk. I read it a dozen times, searching for warmth that wasn't there, but something else lingered. A doorway. A week later, I saw her again. A charity gala, of all places. She wore a simple black dress that outshone every diamond in the room. When she noticed me, her expression softened, cautious but not cold. Asterisk, asterisk, you never liked parties. Asterisk, asterisk, she said. Asterisk, asterisk, still don't. Asterisk, asterisk, I replied. Asterisk, asterisk, but I had to see what integrity looks like when it walks in wearing black. She smiled in small real. Asterisk, asterisk, careful. You almost sound human. Asterisk, asterisk, working on it. We stood there, the orchestra swelling behind us, the crowd fading away. Asterisk, asterisk, you know, Jack. Asterisk, asterisk, she said quietly. Asterisk, asterisk, you can't rewrite the past. But you can stop repeating it. Asterisk, asterisk, maybe that's what I'm trying to do. Her eyes searched mine. Asterisk, asterisk, then start with honesty. What do you want from me? I exhaled. Asterisk, asterisk, a second chance. Not as your boss. As the man who finally understands what he lost. She didn't answer. But she didn't walk away either. And for the first time in a long time, that felt like hope. Months passed, but something in me shifted for good. The company was thriving again, ironically, because of the program born from her words. Investors called it forward thinking. I called it finally listening. Maya and I crossed paths often now. She'd agreed to consult for the foundation, part-time, on her terms. No title. No chains. I told myself it was enough to see her across a room, to hear her voice in meetings, to know she wasn't lost to me completely. But some nights, when the city went still, I caught myself wondering if forgiveness could ever feel like love again. The gala was my idea. A public celebration of the foundation's first year. I told the press it was about innovation and community. The truth was simpler. I wanted her there. When she arrived, the room shifted. Not just for me. People noticed her now. Confidence had replaced the caution she once wore like armor. She looked like someone who had rebuilt herself and didn't need anyone's permission to stand tall. I waited until her speech was over before I took the stage. Cameras flashed, champagne glittered, but I didn't care about the crowd. My eyes found hers and stayed there. Asterisk, asterisk, a year ago, asterisk, asterisk. I began. Asterisk, asterisk, this company almost destroyed something priceless, not because of failure, but because of pride. Tonight isn't about profit or progress. It's about learning that power means nothing without conscience. Everything you see here, every success, exists because one person refused to stay silent. Her name is Maya Rivera. A murmur rippled through the audience. She froze, eyes wide. Asterisk, asterisk, this foundation, this change, it's hers. I just had the privilege of catching up. Applause thundered. She looked stunned, caught between pride and disbelief. When I stepped off the stage, she met me halfway. Asterisk, asterisk, that was reckless. Asterisk, asterisk. She whispered. Asterisk, asterisk, public honesty doesn't suit men like you. Asterisk, asterisk, maybe I'm tired of suits. Asterisk, asterisk. I said. Asterisk, asterisk, you didn't have to do that. Asterisk, asterisk, yes, I did. I owed you truth in front of everyone who believed the lie. Her eyes softened, and for the first time since that night in my office, she didn't look like she was preparing to leave. Asterisk, asterisk, and what do you want now? She asked quietly. Asterisk, asterisk, nothing. Asterisk, asterisk. I said. Asterisk, asterisk, accept the chance to start from zero. No power, no walls. Just us. If you'll let me. For a moment, I thought she would walk away again. But instead, she stepped closer, her hand brushing mine. Asterisk, asterisk, you really think people can change, Jack? Asterisk, asterisk, I don't know. Asterisk, asterisk. I admitted. Asterisk, asterisk, but I think they can choose to try. The orchestra started playing again. Around us, laughter and light filled the hall, but it felt like the world had narrowed to two people who had finally stopped pretending. She smiled, soft, tired, real. Asterisk, asterisk, then maybe we start small. One dance. One honest moment. I took her hand. Asterisk, asterisk, deal. We moved beneath the chandeliers, not lovers, not strangers, just two people finally free of the lies that built their walls. For once, I didn't think about tomorrow, or reputation, or what the world expected. For once, the night didn't feel like a mistake. It felt like a beginning. Tell me in the comments what you think about this story. Did it move you? And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Rumor says everyone who does will get something good today. Maybe a message. Maybe a smile. Or maybe that small miracle that's already on its way to you.